for digital nomads, and the last 2 years we've spent most of our time here. And after traveling a little bit to Australia, Sri Lanka, Malaysia and Europe, we just arrived here and now it's time to settle in. As we did this a million times before, it feels like, I'm gonna tell you exactly what you need to do to settle in Bali, and especially if you want to be here for longer as a digital nomad. So.
From the day you stole my heart, I never ever want to be apart.
This is not the first time that I'm settling in here, so I thought it was nice to tell you guys what you need to do when you're starting your life in Bali. Also when you're traveling. So yeah, let's start. Well, I'm unpacking my suitcase. So obviously you need a visa to arrive here in Bali. It's pretty easy to get a visa. There are multiple options and the most common one is the visa on arrival, and I would highly suggest to do that if this is your first time. You can order it online, but we always do it on the airport. It's super easy to do, you don't save money with doing it online, so we just do it on the airport. So the visa on arrival is 30 euros and you can extend it for another 30 days. So in total you can stay here for 60 days on a visa on arrival. And to extend your visa after 30 days, that's a longer story, so I'm gonna explain that to you in my email that I'm gonna send out on Wednesday. So if you wanna know how to do that and get those extra tips for settling in Bali, then subscribe to that. Link is in the description. So after 6 days you need to leave the country, and a lot of people, and I did it myself as well, will leave the country for 3 days. For example, go to Singapore, go to Kuala Lumpur, go to Thailand, just for 3 days and then come back, and then you can do it all over again. But the immigration doesn't like that. It's officially not allowed, so I wouldn't really recommend it, but it is possible. Okay, so I'm just unpacking my things, and when I started traveling I always had a backpack, but I decided to buy a suitcase this year. So I'm still using those packing cubes and everything for my backpack, which makes it pretty organized. So we are gonna stay here for longer, so it's really nice to just unpack and make ourselves at home. We got a visa, and then I want to tell you to not fall into this trap. Don't buy your SIM card at the airport. In my experience, it's never the best provider and you always pay the highest price. So yeah, don't do that. Instead, go to a local store like we always do. I'm just gonna tell you what we're getting. We always get the XL SIM card and we start with 19 gigabytes. We only paid 150k. And then my golden tip is to go to the app, there's an XL app, and then buy some more data on there because it's always cheaper there. They always have good deals. So I think that's a really valuable tip. So yeah, don't buy it at the airport.
Don't you feel the times are coming? Can you feel it? Can you feel it?
So the next thing is transportation. To go from the airport to wherever you want to go in Bali, don't fall into the trap of getting a car there, because you're gonna pay way too much for just a random car there. What I would recommend is to download the app Grab and Gojek, both of them right now. And on that app it's basically the same as Uber, so you can just see how much the price is for a driver, and you can also go from the airport with Gojek or Grab to your destination. So you never pay the highest price and you just pay the normal price. What we always do is we ask a driver that we know that can take us to our destination, and this driver also gives us the motorbikes. For the rest of your stay you're gonna need a motorbike because traffic is insane here in Bali and a car will take you so much longer than a motorbike. Don't pay too much for a motorbike. The common price here is 80 to 100k per day, and we pay like a monthly pay, so we have a huge discount. And we always use our driver and we always use the same contacts, and we have like good motorbikes for a low price. I'm gonna send you that contact in the email list on Wednesdays.
From the day you stole my heart.
we got our visa, we got the SIM card, we got transportation, now where to go, and that's a very important one. I feel like all digital nomads go to Canggu, and Canggu is a very good place if you're creative, if you like to do a lot. There is a beach, there are a lot of cafes, there is a lot to do in Canggu, but for me it's a little bit too much. We always go to Uluwatu. Really feels like home. First time I arrived here was just, I don't know, it's just something about Uluwatu that makes it feel like home. There are a lot of cafes and there is a lot to do. The beaches are so much better here than in Canggu. And I'm gonna make a video about why I love Uluwatu so much, and I'm gonna make so much more in-depth guides on YouTube so you know exactly what to do and where to go. Besides that, for accommodation, how we found our accommodation here was through Airbnb, and I actually never did that before here in Uluwatu. I always booked my accommodations on booking.com. Super easy to find anything you want, hostels, homestays, hotels, anything. The last year I booked my accommodation just by knowing people. It was a very local place that I was staying at, like locals were living in the same area, in the same houses. It was exactly the same. It was just very small and very not nice. So this time we really wanted to have an office, to have a kitchen and to have a bedroom and just a living room and everything. So we just really wanted our private little house. So that's also possible. It's super easy to find something. Just make sure, because it's getting super busy here, that you do it on time and not the last moment. Because I remember my time backpacking to Thailand that I could just book it the same day and it was fine. But here in Uluwatu, all the good places, they are gone like 3 weeks before at least. So try to plan a little bit more ahead than you would think here in Bali. Yeah, that's basically the basics of settling in here in Bali. I hope you learned something from it. If you have any questions, let me know. And I'm really happy to help everyone and give all the tips. And like I said, I'm planning to make a lot more in-depth guides about Bali and show you around what to do here. So make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!